My latest book that I just finished was Thinking in Bets by Annie Duke. She was a poker player that became an author. Her book is fascinating in how she ties the poker world to business, real life decision making, and just how we actually think about our beliefs. See, I grew up playing poker living in Houston. My friends play and are actual professionals. I dab into it here and there. So when I saw this book, I really got excited to read it. So her first story was actually about Russell Wilson's interception in the Super Bowl against the Patriots, a game that I remember vividly rooting for the Seahawks and specifically for him as a player. See, she showcased in the book how Pete Carroll made a great decision based on the facts and everything about the situation, but was just unlucky in that situation. They talked about how he knew how many downs he had, how at that time the probability was that it would be a run, and just again picked the right play, but got unlucky with that interception by Malcolm Butler. Now, that's what I loved about the book. It's not playing chess, but it's like playing poker. See, in poker, you make hundreds of decisions over several hours, and you have to make them quickly and based on all the information around you. But then there's an X factor, which is luck. It might fall your way, it might not, but we still have to make the decisions that you're supposed to do if you're trying to have the highest probability of the best outcome. See, it's like if you played your hand correctly, but were unlucky on the river for those that play poker. It doesn't mean you should have changed the actions, the bets, the decisions you made. It's just while playing poker, you just have to think about all of these outcomes and think about it ahead of time that what can happen. That's how you really get in a situation like in the real world. See, in sales, we always say, trust the process. Make sure you do this in order to get this outcome. We talk a lot about the probability of something to happen because you're doing like outreach or relationships or just the day in, day out of the calendar management. So we're big in our business world on making the right decisions and hoping that outcome comes. However, we still have those things where we can't control that luck aspect. Again, it could be you're lucky or unlucky because maybe you made all the right calls, did the right sales process, and then still have that person say no to you and didn't buy. And you thought it was going to be somebody in your pipeline that you're going to close. So this kind of stuff happens throughout basically my career. And some of the things that I do is just continuously anticipate the next move and think about what will give me the highest probability of outcome, whether it's at work, whether it's with my family, with my kids, putting them in certain things and activities that maybe I'm trying to create for them for the long run. What do you do in order to make sure you're preparing yourself for that highest probability of outcome, as well as how do you anticipate those next moves? Would you have called a run play with Marshawn Lynch or gone for that pass play with Russell Wilson? Let's share our thoughts and continue to pay it forward. Thanks.